My name is Angie. I'm the founder of Bay Area Girl Geek Dinners. During the day, I work at Hackbright, hence the sweater. And they graciously sponsor our emails, so that's why you see a bit of like Hackbright news all the time. And by night, I organize Girl Geek Dinners with my partner in crime, Sukrita.
Hi, everyone. Hi, so I'm Sukrita. I see a lot of you in the back. There's room in the front if you want to come closer and look at Angie and I in real life. So welcome all. Thank you all for coming. It's a good turnout today, an awesome turnout, in fact. So I want you all to give yourselves a round of applause. Clap, clap. Thank you to GitHub for making this happen, and thank you to all the amazing speakers. Looking forward to hearing what everyone has to say. The hashtag for tonight is GitHub Girl Geek Dinner, so please tweet. Thank you all for coming. Over to Kakul.
I work at GitHub, so I was able to get down here early and get the nice mic. So I'm Kakul Srivastava. Extra bonus points for anyone who can say that 5 times really fast. I'm the VP of Product Management here at GitHub. Before that, been sort of in product management roles at a bunch of different companies. I was at Adobe, worked on a bunch of Photoshop stuff there, Flickr, Yahoo, started my own company. Sold it to Yahoo, they keep dragging me back. Worked in New York for a while at a company called WeWork, which makes co-working spaces and a bunch of other cool stuff, and super, super excited to be here at GitHub now. I am also super, super excited to be part of this event tonight. Oh my God, what an amazing turnout. Thank you so much, all of you, for coming here. As a woman in technology, I can't tell you the number of times where I've been the only woman in the room, and I can't tell you how good this feels. This feels so good. So, yay. Yay us. And the topic of conversation tonight is really amazing. Strategy and technology. From my perspective, there is nothing more important that's happening in our industry right now. When we talk about being at the forefront of technology, we're also at the forefront of strategy. Technology enables some of the most interesting strategies of our time to be developed. If you think about companies like eBay would not exist as a strategy if technology wasn't powering it. And I'll just tell you a story. I'm friends with one of the VCs at Benchmark, and he was telling me the story of how they first invested in eBay. They went to go meet this company. It's like in this like office park in this apartment, and not this apartment, this like little office thing. And they meet the company. They're like, this is kind of weird. We don't totally get it. They're walking out. They're waiting for the elevator to go down to the parking lot. And the elevator opens, and this mailman comes out holding these 2 giant bags of mail. They're like, what's up with all this mail? It's this tiny office park. And the guy's like, oh yeah, it's for this company, like 3 doors down. I make 2 deliveries of this every day. And it turns out those mail bags were filled with little envelopes with people having written checks of like $1.27. And the VCs were like, we don't get this company at all, but if it's driving people to do that, that's something, and of course the history is there. Yay, PayPal and micropayments made it jobs a lot easier for that mailman. But so I think just thinking about strategy and technology, it's really powerful. We're not just at the forefront of technology; we're at the forefront of strategy. Think about companies like Uber and certainly companies like GitHub. The strategies that we drive are powered by technology. In my own personal career, strategy and technology have been some of the most interesting parts of what I've gotten to work at. And if you sort of looked at my LinkedIn profile or whatever, I have these long stints in deep operational roles where I'm building a product or building a team or building a business, followed by short stints in deeply strategic roles. And what makes me successful in the strategic roles is that I've had so much experience being in the trenches and learning what it takes to build technology products, what it takes to actually ship code, to ship technology. And I think that's a really, really powerful backing for those strategic roles. So many of you here today are, in that fight to build great technology, to ship code. And I just want you to take a moment and savor how important that experience is, because later on, when you're working on those strategic projects, this experience of actually shipping code is going to be so incredibly important. When I think about how much I've enjoyed that work, that strategic work of building great technology, I'm also kind of. Oh, okay, no problem. Hi, thank you. I'm also pretty painfully aware that in some of the biggest strategic projects that I've worked on, room full of execs solving big problems, I was often the only woman in the room. And we talked a little bit about that earlier. It's kind of lonely, it's kind of awkward. I kind of feel like, am I doing this right? Is this how it's done? Should I stand up to present? Should I sit down and lean? I don't know. Lean in, lean out, like what? Let's change that. Let's not be the only women in the room. And so super excited to be here. One of the cool experiences that Maggie Nelson, amazing, Director of Infrastructure here at GitHub, will be speaking in a second. And one of the cool things about that is infrastructure and the strategy around infrastructure is probably one of the most important conversations that we can be having at GitHub right now. And the fact that I get to have that conversation with Maggie is so cool. Like, I am so excited to do that. So I'm just going to go through and sort of do quick intros of our amazing speakers, and then we'll get started. So I talked about Maggie already. She was also at Flickr, amazing person, super important leader here at GitHub. I'll just go through and sort of introduce everyone, and then you guys can come up. Also really excited to welcome Deidre Chamberlain. Deidre, where are you? Oh, there she is. Deidre is that very strange, rare bird who is a technology leader, a woman, and a CEO and founder. So super excited to have her. I can't remember the number of VC breakfasts and lunches and dinners and cocktails that I went to as a founder and CEO, where I was the only woman in the room. And I'm sure Deidre's got those same experiences. Let's change that. Eva Tsai. Hey, there she is. She's the VP of Digital Business and Operations. She's a fellow MIT grad. Yay, beavers. I know. No, it's not a very exciting mascot. Don't cheer. She's one of Silicon Valley's most influential women. Super thrilled to have her enterprise software and marketing perspective here. The work that she drives is super strategic, super important, so I can't wait to hear her perspective. Frances Hown, Senior PM at Yelp, previously at Google. She has a long career as a developer as well as a product manager. As a fellow product manager, I really share that perspective that it's one of those roles in the Valley where technology and strategy really come together. So I think there'll be a great perspective there. Sophia, Director of Engineering, Program Management, and Content at Box. Sophia talks about her passion for program management as orchestrating chaos. And she's totally right. And I think program management is super interesting because that's really where the rubber hits the road, where you build all these great strategies, you think about what your technology vision is going to be, And it's in actually the processes and the schedules that the reality happens. So you've got an amazing, amazing group of speakers who are going to talk about this topic. I can't wait to hear their stories. So please join me in saying welcome and thank you to our speakers.